Sunday, usually at 9, sometimes 9:30. But we are really, really excited because we have a very special guest on tonight. Her name is Mariah, and you guys, we have been working on this Zoom for a little bit, and I'm so glad that we finally made it happen. My team knows that she is not at her top notch right now. She's feeling a little under the weather, and she still made this Zoom. Not only showed up for our team, but she's showing up for her team and all of that stuff. And so leading by example, absolutely love it. Crystal's got the recording going. Yay. Okay. So I got to find you. I just saw you on here. No, I got to find you. I'm pretty sure you can probably unmute though, Mariah. As soon as I find you, where the heck?
I'm unmuted.
I'm on my phone, so there's a lot more thingies. There you are. Hey.
Hello. Well, thank you so much for having me on. Like she said, bear with me, guys. I'm going to try to bring the hype.
Okay, perfect.
But
okay, and just so you know, sorry, there's a delay on my end just because my internet connection. So if I overtalk you, I do not mean it. It's just because there's a 30-second delay. It's ridiculous and it's annoying, but thank you guys so much for putting up with that. So yeah, I would just love, we do have a couple questions for you of things that we would really love to hear from you. You know, I've heard part of your story somewhere, either I read it or heard it or whatever, I don't even remember, but I know my team hasn't heard your story, and so I would love for you to just introduce yourself and start there and share however much of your story that you are open to sharing.
Perfect. Awesome. Hi, guys. And thank you guys so much for having me on. I'm so excited. We're a little back and forth with making it happen, so I'm glad we were able to get it going. And I am sick, so if I've got to stop and awkwardly drink every now and then, just bear with me. We're going to get through. It's fine. So hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mariah Newsome. I'm a double diamond with the company. I've been with It Works for, this will be my 18th month, which is so crazy to say. We're almost at 2 years, which is just mind-blowing. I'm 23. I'm a wife and a dog mom of 2 rescues. And I joined this business, well, when I joined this business, I wasn't necessarily looking for it. And it's so cool how God works, guys. Okay, so I was a nanny and I was making really good money, like over $1,000 a week, really good money. But I had to work for that money. And I had just gotten married, and I had this idea that you find someone, you fall in love, you get married, and then now you get to spend time with them. And reality is like, no, honey, now you work, and now you got to clean, and now you got to run errands. And he was finishing up school, and so he was driving 8 hours plus a week to go finish his classes because we were long distance, so he had to drive to South Georgia, and we never saw each other. And then when we did, we were arguing because I was working my butt off, he was doing everything he could, and we had more money than money. And I was like, wait a minute, there's no way that this is how life is supposed to be. And so I was working hard, and I just was like, God, I want more. I want happiness. And, you know, I'm fine with my job. That's cool. Like, I just want happiness. And I was your ideal distributor, guys. I saw one post and was like, sign me up on the spot right now. Let's make it happen. I joined the end of July, and my first 4 or 5 days brought in almost 600 in volume. My first full month went ruby. Month 3 went emerald. Month 6 went diamond, and then month 8 went double. And now here we are, 18/month 19, pushing triple. We're done with this whole double business. But I just jumped in and ran. I saw the potential from the get-go. I'm one of those people. I'm either going full force with it, or I'm not doing it at all. And it's so cool because I had this dream for my life that I wanted to be a motivational speaker. Okay, but that's not something you can put this is the college classes I'm going to take. That's not a career path. That's a big dream that you get to have one day. And it's been such an amazing journey because God has used this business, network marketing, selling wraps and coffee, to give me a platform to go out and make a difference in the world, talk to so many amazing women like all of you guys, and have such an impact. So, you know, first and foremost, don't let you keep yourself in this box. God's doing some big things, okay? You don't really know why you're here. You don't know why your journey's been slow. You don't know why your journey's been fast. You don't know what's going on, what the bigger picture is, but I promise you something big is coming. Whatever your purpose is, you can 100% reach that, even if it does not have anything to do with money and selling wraps. This company can 100% change everything for you and get there. And so not only has it allowed me to touch my purpose and be able to talk to and inspire and lead so many amazing people, but financially it's changed everything from us. We went from not making ends meet to both of us are retired by the age of 23. Like, who does that? And we moved from a small apartment to a gorgeous home on the beach, which is absolutely insane. I grew up from like extreme poverty. We were homeless. We went to food kitchens instead of grocery stores. Like, we had it rough. And so vacations was not something that I grew up with. We went to Disney World once, and that was like my only vacation growing up. Like, it's just not something we did. And so to be able to not even go on vacation, which this business has allowed, but we live at the beach, and I can go to the beach anytime I want. It's a life that a broken little girl, 20 years ago never would have fathomed for herself. So I don't care where you're at today. Don't give up on your dreams. I promise you this business can get you there. So there's a quick little synopsis of me.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That was kind of like a little bit like my story as far as me joining too. Like, I saw one post and I was like, say, what is happening over here? Like, and then I got started. So, and that's rare, you guys. So, as I'm sure you guys and that shows you also that asking and posting are very, very, very important, because the majority of us do have to be asked, but obviously there's going to be that one person that sees that one post and they're going to be like, yes, sign me up, right? So, okay. Thank you for sharing that. And so one of the things I would like you to touch on is your daily routine, just like a quick overview of what your daily routine is. Like, what are your like must-dos? Like, okay, listen, this is what I do to work my business without fail. This is what I'm doing. And then a post to post is one of those, which I assume it is. If you could elaborate on that, because I believe you have an amazing post to post routine, if you want to kind of cover that too.
Perfect. So I'm not a structured person. Like, if I could show you guys my office, you'll be like, Lord Jesus, there's no way she's successful. It's a hot mess in here, okay? My whole life is like that. And so I think it's so important when it comes to your daily steps, because you need to do something you're going to be consistent with, like 100% consistent. And so you can't look at somebody who's super green, has their entire life together, and this is what they do. That does not mean that is what you need to do. You need to figure out what you need to do to run your business. And then I tell my team all the time is you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And so at the end of the day, your daily list is like your minimum list. You should not do your daily list and then go to bed. No, sir. That is not what we're doing here. You're doing your daily list as many times as you possibly can in a single day, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to come. This business gives you freedom of time, freedom of availability, freedom to be present. But you can't be present in the bad times and that guilt-free just being there when you need to be there if you've not done enough work for it to count. And so I got asked on a Zoom one time, I reference this literally all the time because I think it's the best question I've ever been asked. Someone asked me how many messages I send in one day. And don't worry, I will tell you my daily list. We'll get there. But how many messages I send in one day? And the truth of the matter is, I will send as many messages as I possibly can today. It may be 100. It may be 20. It may be 700 messages, because I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I got up like 30-something host to post yesterday. Today, I got up 20 right before we got on here, but that was like it, because I'm not feeling good. My husband's been sick. He's got surgery in 3 days. Life has not been amazing. So I have not done my full level of steps. Not my best me has not been what I've been doing today. But you know what? I'm not stressed about it. I'm giving myself grace to not feel good, to lay on the couch and watch cartoons all day, because I've done enough work yesterday to make up for it and know that tomorrow I'm going to keep going. And so my daily negotiables is real freaking simple. I will get up 10 host to post even if I'm dying. Like, I was in the hospital a little bit ago, got 10 host posts up from the hospital bed, even though I had my husband messaging some of them because I was, incapacitated. I got my 10 host to post up. That is a non-negotiable. And if you think 10 host to post is too much, hold that thought, because we're going to talk about that in a minute. But I get 10 hosts to post up at least every single day. I post 3 times on my page. I send out like at least a few friend requests. And I post in my stories. That's like my non-negotiables. It's nothing long. It's nothing amazing. It's nothing fantastic. And yes, there is other things you need to do for your business, but I can't sit here and make a 20-page list and commit to it. I can commit to those 4 things. If I am dying and have no power, my phone's about to die, I can make those 4 things happen. And so when you set your non-negotiables, you got to treat that list like your marriage vows, okay? You don't like your husband all the time, right? Yeah, he's annoying. I get it. You don't always want to be around him. He is not always going to be your favorite person. But guess what? You will choose him every day. Your business is going to annoy you. You're not going to want to do your daily steps. But if you want to be successful, you have to have marriage-like commitment to choose to do those steps anyway, every single day. And yeah, so as she said, host to post is my bread and butter. It's my jam. I'm going to go over like everything in like quickness, because I could talk for 30 years on host to post, but I did just do a training solely on this on my YouTube, so feel free to check that out if you want more scripts and more in depth on the things I go over. But first and foremost, I get a ridiculous amount of host to post, okay? Like minimum 300 host to post a month, but most of the time lately it's been closer to 600 or 700 host to post up in a month. And yes, I do realize that is a lot, okay? Not crazy. I mean, I get it. It's a lot. But the thing is, that's how I'm getting my customers. And if I know it's going to work, that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to talk to those people. If you're one of those people who think getting 10 hosts to post up a day is a lot, okay? You will not be successful at doing it. And even if you get the 10 up today and tomorrow, the next day you're going to fall off the wagon, or those aren't going to be as successful as they could be. Because guys, when it comes to host to post, I know as it comes to everything, your mindset is ridiculously important. If you tell yourself you don't like getting up post to post, guess what you're going to suck at? Getting up post to post, okay? It's just the way it works. All day today, I've been laying on the couch doing half butt work and got 2 hosts to post up, okay? I did this specifically for you guys. I did a little experiment, okay? All day working, half butt working, not wanting to do it, not mentally being invested, got 2 up. 20 minutes before I hopped on here, I decided to get hyped up, drink my tea, make my throat feel a little bit better, and get excited about messaging for host to post. I got 23 up in about 20 minutes. The difference is not what I'm doing. The difference is not what you're doing. You're just not talking to enough people, and you're not having a good and positive mindset about it. Every single post to post I get up, I take 2 seconds, thank Lord Jesus, I'm ready for these people to come comment. Every comment I get on it, I'm so thankful. Thank you, Lord, for bringing these people my way. Keep them coming. I know I've got something they want. And so your mindset is key. Doesn't matter what you do. Your daily steps, your host to post, does not matter if your mindset stinks. So first and foremost, check yourself. But I don't message for host to post. Our team does a giveaway, which I think is amazing. I'm not sure if you guys do or not, but we do a cash giveaway, and it is freaking bomb.com, okay? Just look here. If you post about a cash giveaway, somebody wants to post and get in the cash giveaway, guess what else they need? They need your business. They just don't know it yet, okay? So our host to post are gonna do everything for us. Now, I think it's very important to not overuse giveaway post. If you post about a giveaway, if you guys do that, like all the time, why would I comment on it? Like, you're gonna post again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But if you limit things and you start restricting how much exposure you do on it, it creates a sense of urgency. And so I post about our giveaway once a week. That's all. But because I do it so like infrequent or unfrequent, less frequent, whatever the word is, I get like 100 to 200 comments on it when I do. So have people go and post for me. 2 days after someone posts for me, I only post for products. 99.9% of the time is Thermifite X. But 2 days after, I always re-message those people who posted and ask them if they want a second entry into my giveaway by posting about my giveaway. So now all of their friends want in on my cash giveaway. I add all of them. They post about Thermifite X. 2 days later, I message them. All of them post about my giveaway. Their friends want it, and so on and so on and so on. And so my host to posts are organically generating more host to post for me without me having to go out and message. And guys, I'm pretty lazy. I'm gonna work smarter, not harder at every chance I get. And then organization, as I said, I'm not the best at it. So I just save everything to a collection for the month, February host to post. That's all. Go back in there, go look at people. It's pretty dang simple. And like I said, I get 10 minimum, but most days I push to get 20 or 30 up because you never know what's going to happen. If I can get 30 up today, have a bad day tomorrow, only get 10, I don't feel bad because I still average 20 for both days. So that's pretty much all I got on host to post. Did you want me to go ahead and talk about
That was awesome. I've done that too, of like going back and asking people if they want another entry, but I love oh, sorry. It was so delayed on my end. I don't even know if you just heard me. But what I did love about that is that you have like, and I'm not green either. And being organized is hard for me. I don't want to like put that out there, but like it's more challenging for me to be more organized. But I love that you said, listen, they post for me, then I go back 2 days later, I ask those people this, and so on and so forth. Like that is the most simple system for host to post, and getting the same ones to do it again, but just in a different way, and then getting that, like that was just like this. Easiest way that you could freaking put it is that way. So I love that. And then you asked me a question when I started talking. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what that was.
Oh, you're good. It was just delayed, so I didn't know if you wanted me to just keep going talking about follow-ups or what.
Yes. Follow-ups is good. We'll go there next.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. So again, I'm not organized, and I'm not going to pretend to be organized because that's not who I am. And so don't put yourself in a box you don't fit in. If you're not super organized, don't adopt a system that is super organized. Yes, you need some form of organization because without it, people will fall through the cracks, but it ain't got to be pretty and it ain't got to be fancy. So I have a notebook. I don't have it in here with me. And I literally will take on my piece of paper and I write PLC on one side, PDT on the other, and I just write a column of names. That's all. Pretty dang simple. That's it. To qualify as a potential for me, we have to have some form of conversation. So I have to message you, then you got to message me back. Now you're a potential. You go on my list. If I just message you, I ain't got time to write your name down. But that's how I write down and like track people. So every day I will go back through yesterday's people I wrote down, and then I also try to go through yesterday's host to post, because not everybody that you message is going to message you back, is going to see the message, that kind of things. And you'd be surprised how many people actually like want to talk to you that leave you on red. Okay, it's this crazy thing that, you know, I know you have never done because we're all perfect people. We've never opened a message and they got a phone call, or the dog started eating something, or who knows what, sat the phone down and forgot. That doesn't happen to us, but a lot of people do experience that. I know, it's crazy. And so my biggest follow-up the next day, like, so anyone I talked to yesterday, I follow up with today. And I keep it simple, guys. Don't freaking overthink it, okay? Overthinking it, we're not doing that. We're keeping it simple. And so I literally just message them and say, did you have a chance to read my last message? Whether they opened it or not. And so many people are like, oh my gosh, I thought I responded. Or just ignore that message and respond to the message I had sent before. It's crazy. People actually want to talk to you. And so I do that. So I just go back to yesterday's post to post every day and like follow up on Fridays. I'll go back through my entire month and follow up with just about everyone. Obviously, each Friday that grows, and it's like towards the end of the month, sometimes it's a little, got to break it up. But I keep it really simple. I do classify my follow-ups into 3 categories though. So I did want to touch on that, but I have hot follow-ups, warm follow-ups, and cold follow-ups. These are going to be people typically that are like 2 to 4 weeks old. So not the people I'm from yesterday, they haven't fallen into a category yet. But my older follow-ups, a hot follow-up is when they say they're ready to order. And so if they're ready to order right now, they go on my hot list, or if they give me a future date. So say they give me tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, now they're on my hot list. These people I'm gonna follow up with every single day for 3 weeks, like every day, like every single day. But again, your follow-ups don't have to be anything crazy. If I've messaged you 12 times and you've not responded, maybe follow-up 13 is going to be me going on your page and commenting on your picture and the new shirt you just got and telling you it's cute. It's not about them necessarily like, hey, you ready to buy? Ready to give me your money? Ready to buy? Ready to do this? Ready to do that? No, it's just you want to be in the back of their mind. You want them to be like, oh, Mariah, I need to talk to her. And so mixing it up, I like to do that. I also like to use GIFs and like funny things like that. Like there's a Ace Ventura gift that's like, hello. I use that freaking thing all the time, just keeping it different. Warm people are people who we are having a conversation. It's typically back and forth. And maybe a little bit more on my end, but they're definitely responding. They're not ignoring me. And so those people I'll follow up with like once every other week. And then my cold list is those people that we have is the longest list you got. Those are the people who are ignoring you, but we don't want to forget about them because one day they will need these products. A no is never a no. It's just a not now. And so when their time comes, I still want to be the one they remember, the one that they want to come to when they, you know, go through a breakup and they're like, oh my gosh, I got to lose weight, because we all want to lose weight when we go through a breakup, right? Well, I'm going to be the one they think about. When they cut their hair and absolutely hate it, I'm going to be the one that they think about. When they lose their job, I'm going to be the one that they think about, even though I'm not reaching out to them as frequently. I think that's all I wrote down for follow-ups. I don't know if you wanted me to go over anything else. I feel like that was super chaotic.
No, that was really, really great. Thank you. One thing I might have missed though, as far as for your cold follow-ups, how often did you say that you follow up with them?
Like again? Once a month, once every 2 months.
Okay. And then I know I saw Crystal asked in here if you would mind going through like a sample post to post for TFX and you're having a conversation with somebody that comments on there. Would you mind kind of rolling through that convo real quick?
Yeah, definitely. Let me see. I've got it pulled up. I can actually just read it to you guys. No, I can't. Just kidding. I'm not going to try that. I start touching things. I'm not going to mess this up. So what I do is pretty simple. I keep all my conversations the same way. And this goes with 90% of my things. Obviously not hair growth. If you're commenting on like skincare, hair, skin, and nails, this is not going to apply. But whether it's on my page, whether it's in my story, whether it's host to post, I treat every single conversation the exact same. And I always start off with like, hey girl, thanks for commenting on whoever's post, my post, whatever. How much are you looking to lose? At the end of the day, that's the important question, not whatever you posted about. Because I mean, if they want to lose 300 pounds, Thermofite X, honey, it's not gonna cut it. And so recommending it is wasting your time, because even if they buy it, they're not gonna be a happy customer and get the results they want. So first, you gotta identify the problem, how much you wanna lose. My next message is something along the lines of like, perfect. I put on 25 pounds with birth control and it was like super discouraging. I was always small, and then all of a sudden my clothes were no longer fitting, but because of our products, I've lost 10 pounds in a month. I want to make sure I recommend what's best for you. What do you struggle with most when it comes to weight loss? So then they're telling me, you know, I love beer, or I love soda, or my tummy just doesn't go away, or I've tried so many things and it doesn't help. So then, one, you know more what's going on with them. If there's someone who loves alcohol, look, I'm real quick to relate. I love me some wine and beer. It's fine. We're just going to add on our fat fighters, and you're going to take that right after. We're going to keep it from bothering you. If they, you know, struggle with diabetes, our Thermofite X, we can hype it up even more because it helps regulate blood sugar. If they can't have caffeine, go with some chai tea. Like, we still can get the hookup. So that kind of takes and puts the ball really in your court of what to recommend. From there, 90% of the time, I do go with Thermofite X. If they want like 60 pounds or less, I'm going to just stick with Thermofite X because I'm really good at upselling. My Thermofite X message, it's like pretty basic, just like, okay, perfect. Sounds like you need at least our Thermofite X. It's the one that they posted about. You're going to absolutely love it. And then I tell what it does. And I always end with, and these are my results with the product. What do you think? And I send my result photo. I am going to pull up my pricing script because it's amazing. I just love it. I think it works so well. So typically at that point, they're like super engaged because I'm not sending Jessica from 30 years ago's photo, I don't know, or Tiffany Hurst's photo or someone like this, I'm like, no, that's me. That's me and my journey. And that instantly is going to build trust. So then we go to pricing, and I always say, so I'll be honest, I usually charge $195, but because you snagged the last product model spot, you'll get a 30-day bottle for $36 per month when you do the 90-day challenge with me. That just means $36 now, $36 in March, and $36 in April. The results have been insane. It's sold out 3 times since it came out. Would you like to take my last product model spot? Now, I will share this because this is super new I've been doing, and it's working amazing for me. I think my team's loving it too. So we're going to debut this whole tip here. Typically at this point, they're like, yeah, of course I want it. I mean, who wouldn't? Like, duh, they want this. And so I'm like, oh, you can have your phone number. I'll text you, get your information, or just send them a list of what I need. I've stopped doing that, and it has been remarkable. I've had so many more people buying like right then and there. And so I just keep going with the conversation. And so I'm like, awesome. Like they say yes, that they want last spot. I'm like, awesome. You're going to freaking love your results. What's your phone number and email address? So they send it because we're just having a conversation. I'm like, okay, perfect. What is your shipping address? They send that. Is it the same as your billing? Typically they say yes. I'm like, cool. All I need is your payment information. Would you rather me text you, email you, or you can send it back here? Here's what I need. At this point, they've just given me all of their information. Why stop now? 90% of people are like, okay, here you go, versus having to follow up or send them a link or anything like that. I don't really do the whole shopping list link stuff. I place all orders myself. And so then once I send that, I always upsell with Fat Fighters and Cleanse. I don't know why, that's just my favorite version of the triple threat. So that's typically what I'll upsell with. And then when they do order, once I place the order for them, I say, perfect. For your shipping and handling, your total is blank for today. You can visit my website at any time to view or edit your account. With each purchase, you'll also be earning 10% cash back. You can use towards future orders, and by completing the 3 months of orders, I'll waive our $50 membership fee, meaning you get 40 to 60% off all of our products for life without ever paying a membership fee of any kind. You're going to love your results. Let me know when it arrives. And I did want to reference that because you got to make sure that you're still staying compliant, and you want to make sure that you're letting people know about the $50 fee and that they have to complete the 3 months in order for it to be waived. I don't want you guys getting like stuck with any kind of weird things. So I want to make sure I threw that in there. I do include it. So that's kind of how all of that goes. And for whoever asked for scripts, I can send Kinsey scripts when we hop off, and she can share with you guys.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I was just going to ask you that too when I am muted. So thank you so much for going through that. I love how you because some people are afraid to throw the big total out there of the retail, this is the big total, because they're afraid they're going to scare them off. But sometimes you can do that and be like, but listen, it's not that though. Hold up, you're not going to get that. And it shows them the huge savings that they truly are getting by doing the loyal customer program, right? So I love that you break it up that way. And your explanation to them. And I love that you're getting the information bit by bit. You're like, okay, cool. What's your phone number? What's your email? All right, girl. Okay, so here's your shipping. I love that. Okay. So, and then there was one other, that's what I was going to ask you. If you're upselling Fat Fighter and Cleanse, you said that's your most common upsell as far as triple threat goes. When you are doing that, you are doing this after you get their information, right? Is that what you said? Okay. So when you are doing that, are you like, okay, hold on 1 second before I place this, I think you would really love Fat Fighter or Cleanse or whatever, and then you give them a quick little spiel on what they are, and how do you end that conversation? How do you seal the deal of okay, do you want to add this too, or what do you do there?
So I say, I also want to mention before I place your order qualifies for a special promotion. We can upgrade your order to our full triple threat weight loss system for just $60. That's going to up the weight loss side of the process and get you results you will love. We will simply add on our 2-day cleanse and our carb inhibitors. Our 2-day cleanse is a simple 4-ounce drink. You drink in the morning and night for 2 days, and will remove all the toxic waste your body stores, And our carb inhibitors absorb some of the bad fats and carbs from your biggest meal of the day. By upgrading your products, not only are you going to see better, faster results, but I'm also going to enter you into our cash drawing. Would you like to claim your special discount? One thing I can say with upsells, my biggest tip is whatever you're going to upsell really doesn't matter. What matters is you make the person feel special. Like, you come at me and ask for my money all day long, but okay, like, it may help, it may not help, but if you make me feel like I'm getting something exclusive, if it's just for me, you're pulling strings, it's like a limited offer, like, I want to get on board because I don't want to miss out. They may not actually want it, they may not actually want to spend all the money, but they don't want to miss out because you made it seem special. And so I always use words like special promotion, you know, your exclusive discount, things like that. When talking about upselling, because it makes them feel special, and when someone feels good, they're way more likely to give you their money. And at the end of the day, the products are going to help them get better results. You should never sign up a customer or send them your link, anything, without offering an upsell first. At the end of the day, when they combine products, they will get better results. When they get better results, they're going to be happier and order longer, and you're going to get higher in volume. So don't rob them because you're scared. Always offer an upsell. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. You already got their card information. It's good. Like, if you got to like ask and then exit out the conversation so you can like feel comfortable that they don't know you read it, place it anyway, whatever you want to do here, the worst that can happen is they say no. So don't cheat yourself out of the extra volume and them out of the better results because of fear.
Yeah, that's so true. And like, no one's ever been mad because we asked them if they wanted to add on products to get better results or faster results. The worst thing they say is like, oh, no, thanks, or not right now, thanks, like something like that. And then it's done. You're like, okay, whatever, we're going to stick with the product that we already originally had. So you're still getting your order. So you're just, don't kick yourself in the foot and not try to upsell. So thank you so much for going into depth with that. We really, really appreciate it. Okay, so hold on, I like wrote notes all next to my notes that I already made. So, okay. Crystal, yeah, I've never had anyone back out from upselling. Yeah, neither have I. So that just shows you guys right there. Like, nobody's actually said, actually, never mind, I don't want anything, you know? So switching gears here. So as far as like, Crystal says, okay, yeah. So I'll ask that question because we're going to move into distributors here real quick. I'm like trying to check the chat at the same time. No, she didn't say anything about distributors for host to post. Yeah. So as far as distributors go, I'm curious, like, well, I guess we can see how you typically enroll distributors. Are you messaging for distributors? Are you doing host to post for distributors? Are you offering the opportunity to people off of host to post, or are they coming to you? Like, what does your enrollments as far as that look like?
So I use, like I said, if you guys have not watched that video on host to post, you need to, because I use host to post to run my entire business. Absolutely every aspect of it, except for my posting, because I got to do that. But so all of my, at the end of the day, probably all of my distributors have hosted a post for me at some point in time in the past. So I reach out to every single person. Like I said before, they want into a cash giveaway. They need cash. Guess what this business can give you? Cash. So clearly they need this, they just don't know. And so you've got to make sure that you're taking the time to reach out to people. This is how I reach out to all of my potential distributors, but you got to think there's so many people out there who don't know that you would even want them. They don't think that they could be good at this. They don't think they're the kind of person you're looking for, and they could be your next ambassador as long as you take the time to reach out to them and be like, hey, I actually think you'd be good at this. People are like, wait, what? Me? You think I would be good at this? And you never know. So take the time to reach out to people. So I keep it real simple. Like I said, I'm not doing anything complicated. Save all of my host to post to a collection with the month. So in February, I go back to my January host to post, and I'm going to message everyone who posted for me. And so I love looking at the host to post this way because, like, all my host to post for this month, doing awesome, getting me the customers, but it's residual work. We all know residual income. You do the task one time, you get paid for it later on. Well, this is residual work. I'm doing the work now to get my customers, but I'm going to get my distributors from it later on the road. So I reach out to everyone who posted for me. I keep it simple. I just say, hey girl, I just wanted to thank you again for putting that post up for me last month and helping me reach my goal. Have you ever considered working with me for some extra money? I think you would be absolutely amazing at what I do. And what you did by posting for me is exactly what I do every day, except I get paid for it. Would you want some more information? And everyone wants more information because they're like, wait, what? you do the same thing and get paid? Like, okay. So that's how, if they've signed up with me as a distributor, 90% of people have that message in our thread somewhere. I do post about the business a lot. I do a lot of lifestyle posts, a lot of those like catchy, like raise your hand if you're a mom and want to make money from your phone kind of post. And so all of that does bring people in as well. But at some point in time, most people I have posted for me, and I've asked them because of post to post. I do not do post to post specifically for distributors. I only host to post for customers. At the end of the day, I think it's important that a potential distributor is on my page and gets to see who I am, the kind of content I bring before joining. Where I think if I host a post for distributors, they're kind of more like blind to who I am and like, guys, I'm a lot of fun, but I can be a lot sometimes. And so my girls got to know that or I'm going to scare them off. And so I think it's building those relationships and taking the time with people has been the best way to bring those distributors in versus host to posting specifically for
them. Okay, I love that. Of course. Love it all. Is there anything that you're doing in particular, like now that we've gotten codes, and stuff like that for from conference and anything, is there anything that you are personally doing that you're like, utilizing the codes? Maybe you're wording something some way, or who are the first people that you went to, obviously, or I would assume would be like your hottest follow-ups, or what you're teaching your team to do with their codes pretty much wherever they're at in the business.
So first and foremost, I think it's super important to remember that codes are pretty much irrelevant. Like, yes, they're awesome. There's people who do need them to get started. Guys, I joined for $20. If it was not $20, you would not see me here today. No way I would have paid more. Like, it's just the truth. So codes do help and happen. But at the end of the day, you got to remember it is your responsibility to convey the value, not the cost. The cost they will pay $1 million if you show them the value of the opportunity. And so really there hasn't been too much difference with the codes. I did the first night at conference, reached out to all of the people from the month of January who gave me a date to sign up and didn't. Those people were like, hey, you want code? You ready to get started? But going forward, I really haven't changed my game at all. I've kept it very much the same. Because like I said, at the end of the day, they will join me for $99, the same as they will join me for $69. And I have signed up distributors this month, even though I have $69 codes, for $99 still, because I'm reserving my codes for someone who needs them. As long as you can remember the value, it does not matter what the cost is. And so I do the same with my girls. We hit it very hard with just being who we are and being super loud about how the business is affecting us, being very vulnerable, transparent, and telling our story, and taking that sometimes off of Facebook and into people's messengers. If someone joins my team, before they even join my team, I typically know about them. I know why they need this. I know what kind of stuff they're going through at home. I had a girl who was escaping an abusive husband and reached out to me in the process and was like, I don't know what to do. And I helped her find resources, some places to go with her and her kids. She got there, got established, then joined my team. It's your job to become someone's friend, to value them as a person, and then just remember that this business is going to amplify their life, is going to change it, and you're doing that to help them. They'll pay you $1 million to get started. And so, I don't know if that was a good answer or not, but there's really nothing specifically different I'm doing. We just talk to absolutely everyone we can because everyone needs this business, and just being very transparent and excited. Get excited. If you're not excited, go run laps, then voice memo, okay? I'm not even kidding. I will pace my house. I will do jumping jacks, whatever I got to do before I click that voice memo button to make it sound like I'm excited. They don't got to know that I was just, laying on my couch. They don't got to know that. They just got to know that I'm excited, and not just excited for me, but I'm excited for them too, and the possibility and opportunity that they're getting their hands on.
No, that was a perfect answer, because sometimes we feel like some of us, I've noticed it too, like with distributors that tend to get started with a code themselves. Sometimes it's like a mental thing where you're like, I don't know how to offer it for 99 when I only paid 50, or when I only paid 69, or I only paid 20. But it's like, exactly like you said, you have to convey the value of the opportunity, not the dollar amount of the opportunity, like the value of the actual opportunity itself. And so you said something when you were like, number one, I want to say, like, you were talking about how you're very loud and you convey like being yourself and who you are and who your story is and stuff like that. And I think it's so important to remind people that with posting, like opportunity, lifestyle posts, whatever you want to call it, it's so important to just talk about and be yourself. Like, be yourself. Don't feel like you have to like copy and paste what other people are doing, and like, because they are going to be, if they're on your team, that's a reality of how our business works and the culture here with it works. They're going to be your friend. Like, that's just how it goes. That, you know, like, that's just what we all end up being, is all a bunch of friends. And so when you take the time to actually be yourself, you're allowing them to connect with you, and your guys' connection to be stronger, and that only builds like the foundation of both of your businesses even much more stronger. So much more stronger. That doesn't sound like it sounds right, but I think you know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. So, but anyways, let me see. Crystal asked, do you have any sort of chat or group or anything to help keep your team accountable with doing this host to post system consistently that works well?
So
did you get that?
Yes, I will go live. I have a team page, so I go live in my team page every morning for the most part. February has been chaotic, so it's not happened, but typically every morning, and I just say good morning, hype them up, tell them something that I've been reading or journaling or whatever God's put on my heart for the day, and then I go over what they need to do that day. Like, here's what you're going to get done. And so I will share my scripts then, remind people like, okay, we're going and we're going to message everyone who posted on, let's see, it's Sunday, so on Friday, we're going to offer them a second entry. We're going to get up, in addition to those posts, 10 hosted posts for products, like whatever it is that I'm challenging them to do that day. Sometimes it'll change. I'll put like extra things in there. We're really going to focus on distributors today, so we're going to do X, Y, Z. And so I got over 200 distributors under me. It's unrealistic, as much as I wish it was possible, to reach out and have amazing relationships and check in with everyone individually. I just can't handle it. There's too many people. And so I do it that way a lot. And then layered leadership is so important. You cannot run a successful business yourself. Like, yes, you can be fantastic and you can be a super hard worker, and you need to be incredible. You need to be a hard worker. You've got to lead from the front, because the truth of the matter is your team will only ever do half as much as you're doing. You want your team to do 10 hosted posts a day, you best believe you're getting 20 up, because you've got to show them what is possible. But you've also got to raise a team of leaders, because if you raise a team of people, you're going to be racking your brain nonstop. If you raise a team of leaders, they then are going to raise a team of leaders, and everyone's going to become independent and be able to do things on their own and take accountability. And so there's like a level between, you know, taking everything responsibility and trying to implement it, and then letting people kind of do their own thing. Because at the end of the day, you're no one's boss. Like, I'm going to tell you what's going to work best, but I mean, you got to go do what you want to do. And then when you come back, I'm like, well, this is not working. I'm like, okay, well, you want to try it my way. But at the end of the day, you guys just, this is what you know to do. Go do it and have success, or don't do it and don't have success. Like, it's pretty simple.
No, that makes sense. Okay, so there's like 12 minutes left. So for your new distributors, okay, now you have a new distributor signed on, she's like ready to go. What does like your first steps with them, how does that look like to get them started?
So we have implemented a new training system at the new year, and it's been amazing. Because one thing about training new distributors is, obviously you've got to train them, but you want it to be duplicatable. And that's one of the hardest things I've learned to duplicate, is training. but I need my girls to train their girls the same way I'm going to train people, or I'm not going to be able to relate and help them down the road. And so we came together, some of my leaders, and we found and put together this system that was super duplicatable and has been incredible, because not only am I signing distributors who are signing customers like that, I've got new distributors signing distributors, or people on my team who have never signed a distributor signing distributors, who are then turning around and enrolling customers like that, because we're implementing the same systems. And so on my team page, I've got a unit and it says how to launch a new distributor. And we do it all one-on-one. There is no video I'm going to tag you in or post I'm going to tag you in. Everything is done between me and you. At the end of the day, you have to trust me, not a Facebook group. And so I think taking it out of Facebook and working one-on-one has been huge, because it's so easy to jump into something and not actually do the training. Because guys, let me tell you, I said I was on ignorance on fire. That does not mean I was the smartest person. I did no training, okay? I was just that person. I was selling people Thermofite X, telling them it was coffee, because I really didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing a lot of it. I had no idea what was going on. And I didn't want to raise a team who was going to do that. At the end of the day, it was fine. I got here. I survived. But I wanted to have structure and connection. And by taking our training out of Facebook and doing it one-on-one, it started building these relationships. I'm not signing people who are like, oh, team training, blah, blah, blah. No, these people rely on me. They trust me. They're coming to me, and they're not involved in this elusive group. It's freaking real. It's a real business with a real opportunity and a real person that they have to deal with. And so I keep it super simple. As soon as they join, I congratulate them for starting their new business. I add them to the team page, and I ask them what their why is. Super simple. And I explain in that, let me read this part. It's like playing ball. I'm going to throw the ball. You throw it back. The quicker we get this done, the better for you, because we want to get you your first wins, which is eligibility for your weekly $150 bonuses and your $150 shopping spree. And so I put it right there, the expectation. I'm going to give you a task. You finish it. You tell me. We're going to work at your pace, but we want to do it quickly. From there, the next thing I do, so they send me their why, and then I take them and get them off commission hold, because that is one of those pet peeves. I hate going on my thing and seeing commission hold on people. It just annoys me. So that's the first thing we do. We make that go away. So I tell them how to go into eSuite. I explain really quickly what eSuite is and how important it is to your business. So once they do their tax information, I have them go follow and hit the see first for Mark Pentecost, Cami Pentecost, and Pam Souter, because they have so many announcements. I want to make sure that my team is seeing that first. They know what is going on. Then I have them download the It Works Connect app if they haven't yet. I have them download Zoom, because I love doing Zooms and all of that. And then I explain our weekly lineup for that. We have our weekly team huddle on Mondays. We have our family call on Sunday night, things like that. Go ahead and mark your calendar and go ahead and be prepared for these. Then I send them a short 15-minute video, kind of like a basics and intro video. When they finish that, that's when we start working. Up to this point, they're doing the background stuff. They're getting the feel that they actually have a real business, and the real business is going to take background work. So we do all the background stuff, and then I have them go and post. So pretty simple. I just have them talk about the business, what the business is, why they're doing this, and after they put their first post up, we message their dirt list. Just reach out, test their own market. And I think it's super important at this point to make sure you let your girls know it's okay to hear the word no. It's okay if not a single person responds to you, because I've got to know as your leader what we're working with. If you've got a super warm market, we may start you off with just messaging. We may be super focused on that. If you got a super cold market, we're going straight to host to post. I'm not wasting our time. We got to get you a better market. We're going to work super aggressively on growing your friends list, whatever it's going to look like, but I got to know that. I've got to know a way to strategize and game plan. And so this is so important for me, and then to let them know that. Because I know I did not go and message my dirt list when I got started, because I was so scared people were going to tell me no, and I didn't know what to do with that. I did not come for money. My family did not have money to buy from me, and so I didn't even do this step. So I wanted to make it more comfortable for my team by kind of explaining that. Next, I want to identify their goals, okay? So we've messaged your dirt list. We posted, so now I'm telling you, your first goal is to get 6 customers, 3 team members. Then we're going to go Ruby this month. Okay, I'll send them a Ruby chart. I'll explain what Ruby is. And then I'll ask if they would rather work on Facebook, Instagram, or both. Let's see. Then once we identify that, we go into host to post. Host to post is my business, guys, so I'm all about it. But so I tell them there's 2 different ways for them to do this. The first way is going to post about our giveaway. Have them put up the post. First thing they do. Then we're going to leave the post alone for the next hour to 2 hours so it collects comments. In the meantime, I'm going to have the message for host to post. I don't do that, but that's because I've been doing this for a really long time, 18 months, long enough, and I built up a market and a system. Starting out, they're not going to have that same confidence in the system. And so I have the message for host to post, and I keep it super simple. They just send out like, hey, girl, question, not trying to sell you anything. And like, my team's doing a $300 cash giveaway. All you got to do is put up a post on your page that I send you, and I'll respond to anyone who comments. It's super simple. Are you interested? Or like, are you in, or something like that, and get some host to post up. The first like 10 to 15 host to post though, I have them get up are all about our giveaway, none about products, because I want them to start off with massive momentum. And so if they get 10 host to post up in their first day, 2 days, all about our giveaway, those posts are going to blow up. And now we're going to have so many people on day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 posting about the giveaway and bringing those customers in. And that also buys us a little time, because at this point, we're typically still getting a lot of responses back from where they messaged their dirt list. And so that's giving me a chance to handle those conversations while they're organically starting to go get some more host to post up in the background. And then lastly, I just go over their daily steps. I'm like, these are the things you need to be doing every day. Like, we need to post about the business, post about the products, post in your stories, send out 50 friend requests, message for host to post, and then personal development. And I take time to explain personal development. Lord Jesus, please do not tell your newbies to go do personal development and walk away. They don't know what it is. Okay, they have no idea what you mean. I was told to do personal development, and I was like, I'm pretty developed as a person. I think I'm fine. I did not do it because I had no idea what that even was. It has changed my life. I wish I would have done it sooner, but I didn't know what it was. So take the time to explain, these are different avenues of personal development. This is why we're going to do it. You've got to grow your business. And my best analogy I use for talking to newbies is, there's some people that you're like, hey, we want to grow you as a person. And they're like, yeah, I'm good. It's fine. That was me. Okay. And so there's other people who are like, we're going to grow you as a person. We're going to like get you over your insecurities. And they're like, freaking yeah, let's do this. So I always explain it from a business standpoint, because they're going to grow themselves as a person regardless. But we want to take it because they just started a business. And so I always explain, like, you went to bed last night as an entrepreneur and you woke up today as a CEO, but you're still living an not entrepreneur. I don't know why I said that. An employee. You went to bed as an employee last night, woke up today as a CEO of your own business, but you have not changed anything other than a title. And so now we have to grow who you are into a CEO from an employee. And by doing personal development and business development is how we're going to get you from understanding how to work for someone to understanding how to work for yourself. And that takes the pressure off of them thinking they've got to go read Rachel Hollis and cry and do all these things, which is going to happen along the way. But, and then last thing, I always get them on a one-on-one Zoom. I freaking love one-on-one Zooms. I love them. I do it all the time, like every week with my team. And it's so simple because I just keep it simple. Do it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Lord Jesus, stop overcomplicating things. Stop overcomplicating things. If you get nothing else out of this Zoom, stop being complicated. This business is meant to be simple and make your life easier. And so I love doing one-on-one Zooms. And I know I tell my newbies to do these with their new girls and stuff like that. And lots of times it comes with fear and like reservation. Trust me, I get it. Believe it or not, guys, I'm actually a little bit shy. I just mask it by like being exuberant. And so you put me on a one-on-one setting and I'm freaking out because I'm like, what if it's awkward? What if they don't talk? Like, what is going to happen? Knowing in the back of my head, I will ramble the entire time and can't make it awkward because I just won't shut up. But I still get nervous. But the thing is, when you can get on a one-on-one with someone like this, all of you, if you saw me in public, would think you know me. Comfortable enough to be like, oh my gosh, that's Mariah. I'm going to go say hi. But it's because you've seen me. We've had a conversation. You may not be talking back, but it's still a version of a conversation. I'm a real person. You're watching me. And that, when you get on there with a one-on-one with your newbies, your new team members, they're going to start seeing you as a person. They're going to start seeing this as real. And then they're going to start trusting you more. It's all about trust, guys. And I'm not good at explaining things. I'm a little chaotic. So if I can sit down and like see you face to face and answer your questions and like make it where I can share screens and draw things to make it make more sense, we're going to get somewhere a lot faster than if I'm trying to voice memo you. But I make that a staple. Like, as soon as you finish your training, we're going to get on a one-on-one. And typically, I go over charting. It's typically where they have questions. But I keep it simple. We hop on. I'm like, hey, I'm so freaking excited to finally meet you. So I've got a couple of things I want to go over. But first, what questions do you have? Where are you feeling like you're struggling? And where are you feeling like you're doing really good? And then we go from there. That's all I got.
Whew, that was good. Okay, so I had to like clear off my thing. There was a question that I have. Number one, I freaking love how you explain the whole personal development about how they woke up or they went to bed as an employee mindset. They need to wake up as a CEO. Nothing's changed, so we got to grow them to be able to handle that CEO business thing. So I absolutely love that. That's like freaking genius. That is seriously like genius. That needs to be like a thing you talk about when you're on the Show Me the Money call, okay? Because that's happening too. So real quick though, so when you're having them message their dirt list, so what are you having them send their dirt list people? Like, are you having them send like, just what are you having them send?
Okay, so I have them say, hey, whoever, so I'm not sure if you saw, but I've recently started a health and wellness business from home with products I'm loving. Your support means the world to me. So I'm looking for a few family and friends that would be willing to use a product of their choosing for 3 months so that I may accumulate 90-day testimonials to jumpstart my reviews. You can change products each month too. In return, I'm going to give you 40% off discount for life and free product for helping me out. Keeping it super simple. When they respond, then we're just like, cool, here's a few options. Which sounds like most interesting to you? And then we just work from there and handle it like it's a normal conversation.
Okay, that's very similar to what we do too. So, oh my gosh, like I feel like like I've been leaning back this whole Zoom, but I feel like I'm almost out of breath, and I haven't even been the one that's been talking. So that was awesome. I don't know if it's like 10:01 exactly. I don't want to like keep you hanging. So if there's anything else that you're like, listen, you guys really, this is on my heart. You guys need to know it. I would, just throw it out there. We appreciate this so much. I've been so anticipating and been very, very excited to be able to have you on, be able to have my team hear you. I saw one video of yours and I'm like, listen, this girl needs to talk to my team because she's amazing and I love her already. So, but yeah, if there's anything else that you would like to add, or just like leave us with or anything like that, shoot. I mean, if you don't, that's totally fine too, because that's totally on the spot. So I know some people are like, I don't have anything.
Oh no, I can talk forever. It's fine. You put me on the spot, I'll run with it. It's cool. But no, I do want to leave you guys with this. This is my favorite quote of freaking all times, and it's just freaking amazing for this business. But okay, when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When is the second best time to plant a tree? Right now. Whatever you've done up to this point is irrelevant. I don't care about your wins. I don't care about how many times you've promoted. I don't care about how many times you've lost rank. I don't care how many messages you've sent out. I don't care anything you've done before this exact moment in time, because those wins and those losses are not going to get you to where you want to go. You've got to start showing up today. You've got to let go of the regrets, and you've got to let go of those victories, because yesterday's victory is not going to win today's battle. And so you've got to start showing up every day like it is a brand new day. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care where you've come. I don't care what life has thrown at you. I don't care if you don't fit the mold. All of that is bogus. And you have everything it takes to be extremely successful, completely change your life. But it's time to put on your big girl pants and show up. You can't keep hopping on Zooms, feeling good about yourself, and then going home and going to bed. You got to get off here and you got to go do action. You got to go send messages. You got to believe in yourself. If you can't do anything else, Lord Jesus, but learn to believe in yourself. Go through the motions, but believe in yourself, and your business is going to explode and change. So stop holding on to those little worries, those insecurities, and those doubts, those regrets, whatever you faced before, and freaking go out there and do the dang thing. You are the only thing holding yourself back. So let's just move out of the dang way, and every single person on here just go promote. It's that simple, guys. That's what I'm going to leave you with. I guess I just talked so aggressively. It made a huge delay, guys. Oh my gosh, look at this. I talked so hyped up. I think she disappeared. I'm gonna close this thing out for her if she don't hop back on. Oh.
Thank you so much. I don't know what happened to her, but thank you so much for hopping on. We appreciate it like tremendously. We all took a lot of notes and we are ready to implement it into our business. So again, thank you so much. And the corporate call just started, so let's all
Oh my gosh.
on that.
I love internet, guys. Technology is amazing until it's not. But thank you guys for having me. Thanks, Crystal, for hopping on and closing out.
All right, thank you. Goodbye, guys.